Hi, I'm Jenny Cash with the Parks Alliance of Indianapolis.
Hi, I'm Sarah Evans with V3 Companies.
Sarah and I are at the Major Taylor Velodrome at the Indy Cycleplex, part of the Riverside Regional Park. This is also home to the Parks Alliance Park 5K coming up on February 11th. Sarah, tell us a little bit more about why V3 Companies is sponsoring Park 5K.
Jenny, we're really excited to be the title sponsor again this year for the second annual Park 5K event. And we're really excited to partner with the Parks Alliance on this effort because your mission in promoting the transformational power of parks really aligns with what V3 Companies does. As a firm, we are committed to connecting people to nature and to each other, and this kind of event in a park, in Riverside Regional Park, is exactly what that event is doing, connecting people to nature in a new and fun way. So thank you for the opportunity to be a sponsor.
Absolutely. Thank you for making it possible for us. We're super excited about Park 5K. This is a family-friendly 3-mile run, walk, jog, whatever people want to do or are most comfortable with. And we really want people to embrace the winter weather that we have here in Indianapolis. Get outside, get bundled up. We're going to have Tinker Coffee here. The Marian University cycling team is helping us out. They'll also have their concession stands open. It'll just be a really fun day to get out, get some exercise, and enjoy the beautiful winter weather that we have here.
Definitely. And it's a really great way for folks to see Riverside in a completely different way as well. I mean, this portion of the park is so different from other portions of Riverside Regional Park, and it kind of highlights the special qualities of the site itself. V3 Companies has been working with Indy Parks and Parks Alliance for the past few years on the plan to transform Riverside golf course into a nature park for all, into Riverside Adventure Park. And so this kind of event in that space, highlighting all of the beautiful natural qualities that is here, really just is kind of the perfect event for us. So we're excited to be out here and get running in the cold weather.
Yeah. So should we start walking now?
Yeah,
okay,
go.
Let's do it. Let's see some of these cool spots. Okay, Sarah, we're about a mile into Park 5K. We just made the turn onto Riverside Parkway. Tell us about what we just went past.
We just ran through the area that was the former Lake Sullivan. It's where Crooked Creek meanders all throughout this wetland landscape. And historically, that area was dammed up to create a lake for fishing and boating and recreational uses. But through the research that we've been doing as part of the park development, we learned that Crooked Creek really wants to be a meandering stream. And so as we are working on the vision of that area, we're really listening to the land and what that area wants to be. And then right here, we're adjacent to the White River, which gives Riverside its name. And what I'm most excited about is how this park really celebrates water and how parks can act as sponges for all of our waterways. So that's what's exciting to me.
I love that. Thank you for all that history. Will be fun to know that as I'm doing Park 5K too, to know kind of what the development has celebrated and what the history is, and then how it's going to be used in the future for that purpose. So cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
All right.
So Sarah, this long stretch along Riverside Parkway borders all of the Riverside Adventure Park. Can you tell us more about what's coming here?
Yeah, phase 1 is going to really focus on connectivity in the park. So all of the former golf cart paths become trails, and we're working on creating a network of connectivity there because we know people love to get outside and walk and bike on trails.
Yeah.
There are some signature picnic pavilions that are also going to be part of the development.
Love that.
So that people can gather outside with their family and friends. So this area right here, this really large, expansive floodplain area, is what is called the Central Nature Zone, and that's really celebrating the ability to get out into nature and recreate, walk around on trails. And then as we continue down further into the park, we'll get to the River Zone, which celebrates the connection of Riverside Adventure Park to the White River.
I love that. Thank you. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay.
So we're now at the River Zone area of Riverside Adventure Park, right?
Yep.
Tell us more about that.
The River Zone is connection to White River here at the 30th Street Bridge. And it is celebrating that history of folks gathering alongside the river for recreation and respite and just gathering with people. And at the River Zone, part of the first phase improvements will include a signature pavilion, restroom buildings.
Nice.
Because we want people to stay in the park all day, and an expanded parking area so that it can host different types of events like Park 5K.
Yeah.
And then entryways into the park with some really lovely signage to announce you've arrived in the park.
Good, that's great. We see a lot of users around this area, running, walking, dogs, and it'll be good to let them know they're here, they're welcome. This is a space for those kinds of activities, so yeah.
Definitely.
And then we've been working with V3 to do this great connection to our space right here on the river, and like you said, create more placemaking opportunities in our space along the White River for people to enjoy the water, the views, sit and have a picnic, whatever that looks like for them. So
yeah, and the space right here with the Parks Alliance headquarters is really that key connection to the White River. Different groups have utilized the launch at the 30th Street Bridge to get out on kayaks and non-motorized boats. You know, again, in the research, we found this was a place of boating activity. There was the canoe club right across the river. There was a structure here to support boating and event watching. So, you know, we really want to recreate a lot of that type of activity. But I think what I'm also excited about is how both Riverside Adventure Park plan and then the placemaking plan are intentional in that these spaces are going to be welcoming for all people. They were done through an equitable engagement process where the community was driving that vision. And that's important because these spaces historically have been segregated. And so we want to make sure that as we're looking towards the future that we have all folks in mind as we're thinking about these spaces and programming these spaces.
That's great. Thank you for that. I appreciate that thoughtful insight and approach to this, and we're excited to be a part of it too and do our part to welcome people here and make it fun, safe, beautiful, accessible, all those great things.
Can't wait.
Yay! Man, Sarah, that's quite a hill.
It is. We just climbed 40 feet in elevation, which for Indy, you know, that's a lot.
That's pretty high.
It is.
It's a little deceiving. It doesn't look like it's that steep.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of the cool things about Riverside Adventure Park is we have some topography here. And we're just coming up to the top of the Soapbox Derby Hill. The longest soapbox derby in the country.
Awesome.
And it's also the site of the racing zone. Where we're celebrating Indy's racing history with not only soapbox derby, but also, you know, racing capital of the world.
That is awesome. I love it. This is also the turn of Park 5K. So this is the out and back. So runners, walkers, joggers are gonna go up that 40-foot incline to the top of Wilbur Shaw Soapbox Derby Hill and then turn around and head back.
Good luck, runners.
I will say a little fun fact. I have ridden a soapbox derby car, and I won the race I did. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Very fun, very fun.
Cool.
Well, some of the vision for up here, again, is an entry plaza with some of that beautiful signage to let folks know you've arrived. And then a really exciting fitness trail here with
Cool.
a bar park and different fitness stations along a track. So again, just providing different ways for folks to get out and get moving in the park.
I love it. Well, let's head back.
Okay.
Okay. Sarah, we did it. We
Awesome.
finished Park 5K. Yay. We got our medals. We're back at the Major Taylor Velodrome.
That was a good workout.
That was a great workout. Yeah.
And in a beautiful setting, right?
That sure was. Well, we're excited to see you guys Saturday, February 11th, Park 5K, presented by B3 Companies.
See you there.
Bye.